Why would a Lowville police chief be concerned about a new manufacturer moving into Messina? 7 News reporter Lexi Bruning finds out what's happening in the northern parts of St. Lawrence County could be on the roads 100 miles away.
Lowville is a bit of a crossroads for travelers coming to and from Rome, Utica, or even Syracuse.
Anything that comes to this village is a concern of mine.
Dozens of trucks drive through the village daily, and there could be more once a proposed 84-acre green hydrogen plant is built in Messina. The facility would produce around 35 metric tons of green hydrogen, a clean fuel, per day. A concern for interim Lowville Police Chief Mike Table, the transporting of liquid hydrogen on village roads.
You don't want to have something go boom.
Table says without asking many questions, his concerns were addressed by Air Products, the company heading the project. Table says the company does routine inspections and assured him their trailers are constructed for carrying liquid hydrogen specifically.
Even with the truck that might roll over, from what I could understand, it would not be an explosive thing.
Nearly 100 miles away in Messina, Village Mayor Greg Paquin is looking forward to having the plant, expected to open in 2026. Reps from Air Products say the facility will generate about 90 jobs, and the company will buy its water from the village, bringing in about $300,000 every year.
We want to try and find that balance where we're going to hopefully be able to lower the water rates, but also be able to upgrade our water treatment plant and any sewer and water lines that might need repair over time.
Needing more than 1 million gallons per day, Paquin says there will be more than enough water for the facility and the village to share. But if anything were to happen, village residents come first. Lexi Bruning, 7 News.